Alright, for this exhibition match we have Link Spyrals versus Link ABCs. So on the left is myself, yours truly, Tombox, and on the right we have also another MST.TV member, Y. Y is, let's call him the Librarian. He has one of the best card stocks. Anyways, before I continue, let's just, a couple of quick notes about this matchup. Firstly, there's no siding. It is an Expo match. We just didn't prepare a side deck for it, but this is mainly to give us insight about the upcoming matchup of Link Spyral versus ABC when it comes to us in TCG and Circuit Break. And another note is I would like to thank all my Patreons for supporting me. Because of you guys, I managed to upgrade my layout and just gives me some time to actually upgrade a few things without worrying about some of the stuff happening in the back end. So anyways, opening up with the terraforming, searching out the Spyral Resort, and that will actually allow me to search additional cards, mainly the Spyral monsters. Depending on the search target, you kind of get a different kind of tell, so I'm gonna go based on my knowledge. If there's something you guys want to add in the comment section below, by all means add it down there. So adding a Spyral Gear drone, what does that mean? Usually means there is a Spyral Super Agent in the hand. And with the summoning of the Spyral Gear drone, we get to rearrange the top 3 cards, which gives us access and knowledge to the top card of Y's deck, and make sure he gets a nice dead draw, hopefully. But sometimes you just don't get that option because you realize that fate has been sealed in for the next 3 cards. He's going to get an Upstart Goblin into a Terraforming into a Union Hanger. Well, would that matter at that point? Well, no. You can gain 1,000 life at most. Now, when I try to activate my Super Agent, I chain Ash Blossom Joyous Spring to his max C, so that will actually prevent it. So I call the top card as Monster. It is a Bee Buster Drake. So I'll get my special summon, and when Super Agent is summoned onto the field via a Spyral effect, you'll be able to pop a spell or trap. Since 2 Spyral monsters were on the field, I perform a Link Summon to double Helix. And with the knowledge of the top card of the deck, we're going to call Monster once more, and, well, here we go. Get a free summon. Key thing to note that double Helix has to summon onto one of the Link pointers. So he's good in both the extra monster zone or in the main monster zone, as long as to the left of double Helix it's empty. So I'll get out Master Plan. Master Plan has the effect to search a Spyral mission card. Usually the mission cards have some form of effect that can activate in the graveyard right away without waiting an additional turn. So that's kind of crazy, and also not once per turn. Lots of crazy stuff. Okay, so we're gonna see another Link Summon. Now, here's the thing about Drone and Spyral Super Agent is that usually it's very hard to extend the play without a Quick Fix. And Quick Fix can only activate if there's a Super Agent on the field, and Double Helix acts as a Super Agent. And the main reason why I sent the Master Plan into the graveyard is because I actually couldn't have summoned anything further. I was actually a little bit stuck, and sending her to the graveyard will allow me to add a Spyral Field Spell, the Spyral Resort, and lets me get that Quick Fix. And as long as I can toss the Quick Fix into the graveyard, I get to continue the play. So that's why I did it there. That's basically it. Activating a Terraforming. Moving forward, this deck does run Destrudo. I'm not sure if this is the most ideal build at the moment, but I am liking it quite a bit. But sometimes drawing too many field spells is a bit I'm kind of dead. Now go into the Dragon's Ravine. Dragon's Ravine will allow me to get my ability to discard the Quick Fix into the graveyard, and therefore with the Helix serving as the Super Agent, I am able to basically summon out that Quick Fix and toss a couple of cards into the graveyard and get a couple of searches as well. Now the main board here is to establish that Proxy Dragon plus Sleeper plus whatever I need to protect it and the Last Resort. So I'm going to toss the Spyral Mission into the graveyard, Spyral Mission Rescue, and that also has a revival effect by banishing it from the graveyard. And I'm going to be adding myself the Spyral Gear Big Red, the Big Red card, Clifford. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Although it is not a Clifford card. Okay, so we're going to banish off the, what is this here? Spyral Mission Rescue, banishing. It seems like it's gonna be banishing for either the Master Plan or it's gonna be for the drone. Seems like it's gonna be Master Plan. Now Master Plan can get another search here. Do I remember to get it? No, I'm gonna play the big red card first. And that allows me to get a rank 1 if I really wanted to right now. Now remember, master plan is not once per turn. Clearly there is a play that is going wrong. I guess it's a bit forgetful. Master plan definitely could have gotten additional search for the Spyral Rescue to extend the play even further. Now note that when Quick Fix is summoned by its own effect, it does get banished if it leaves the field. I'm just considering additional plays here. So there is this is not the most ideal play, not the most maximum optimalcy. Well, that's not even a word. It's not the most optimal for sure. Definitely forgetting an effect here. And one common thing that, as a new Spyral player, it's very easy to forget these once per turn effects, especially when they're ignition-based effects. So now I pay half my life points to activate Destrudo's effect to special summon himself, targeting the Quick Fix. So, as long as there's a level 6 or lower monster, you can target it, and then it basically eats down a level. Now I can actually use it to synchro for... No, is that going to be a synchro? No. Okay, that can't be a synchro for sure. I believe this is going to be a link summon.
Yeah, we have to redo it.
It is going to be a link summon here for a proxy dragon. Okay, and remember that Destrudo will get put to the bottom of the deck if you do special summon him out. But yeah, that puts me at 4k life, and I will perform an overlay with the 2 1s. Therefore, I can keep the Quick Fix in the graveyard, and to maximize on card advantage, potential card advantage anyways, there's a choice of either using a Dullahan or using a Princess Sprite. Now, in my current build, I am not running an FTK because I don't really want to highlight the FTK, but I believe to a lot of people the difference between the FTK and not FTK is just the difference of a cannon soldier. So I'll let you guys kind of think about that. So we gotta go with the Princess Sprite. Princess Sprite effect will be able to detach and basically excavate the top card. If it is a spell card, you can basically continue. Okay, so I'm gonna play over with the Spyral Resort. Spyral Resort, of course, will give me another search. Princess Sprite gave me a double summon, and now I have the Spyral Sleeper in my hand.
Effect of Quick Fix.
I'm going to activate the effect of Quick Fix to summon himself back out once more. Now remember, keep that middle zone open so you can put the Sleeper next to the Proxy Dragon. Using Quick Fix's effect, I believe there's going to be a search of a Last Resort. Unless, of course, Last Resort's already in hand, we could be adding ourselves another card. No, remember, Last Resort is super important here. Some people considered running more than one. I'm currently only running one at the moment. It's alright. Now, this is still turn 1. Yeah, it's been a very long turn 1. But, like, the board here that we are trying to acquire is basically a protected field from all types of destruction. And I'm choosing 3 cards to banish. So I'll banish 3 cards. To special summon out the Sleeper right next to the Proxy Dragon, and I activate the Spyral Gear Last Resort, making it untargetable and indestructible. So basically all forms of destruction is going to be very hard, and none of my Spyral cards can be targeted. So even the Quick Fix can't be destroyed by battle. If it tries to be destroyed by battle, I'll point to Spyral Sleeper, which then is protected by the Spyral Last Resort. And I'm just going to put back the Ash Blossom Joyous Spring to pay the maintenance cost of Spyral Resort. Now remember, Spyral Resort is a maintenance cost. It can't really be turned off. If you can't pay it, it will be destroyed. Even if the card is negated, maintenance costs will still need to be paid. But yeah, since this maintenance cost is very, very easy, who cares? I mean, who doesn't want to put a card back in the deck for basically free at this point? Now it is Wise turn, where he failed to max C, and he has to break a board that's very difficult. With Sleeper on the field, some people say this is 4 levels of protection. You got Resort protecting it from being targeted. You have, again, you have Proxy Dragon to eat some of the destruction. You have the back row Last Resort to protect it even further. This is some crazy level protection. So he goes with Dragon's Ravine, and then he ditches the A. and he's going to aim to go with a Destrudo. One scary thing about ABC is that to break through a board wipes are always accessible thanks to Destrudo, since Destrudo will guarantee you a synchro of a level 7 monster. Why is it guaranteed? Because Destrudo eats the level that it targets, so if it's a 4, it will eat, basically reduce 3 of its own levels, or 4 of its own levels, making himself level 3, and therefore you can synchro for 7. It's going to play Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine's main target right now, since Destrudo is already engraved, would be Darkworm, and both summons are going to be free.
Yeah, you wish.
Okay.
So from the Darkworm straight up, and then summoning out Destrudo, that will guarantee a level 7 synchro summon. And this is ABC's. ABC's definitely has some interesting plays, especially with field spells. Field spells are going to be very dominant in the next format. Dragon's Ravine, of course, basically already, if you're trying to get high rarity stuff, kind of already sold out, especially with Super Ravine. So Darkworm is a free summon. We don't run any scales here, so it's not going to be any searches because those cards are kind of dead.
Might be a better idea.
Now I wait for Y to special summon the Destrudo, and it's going to cost him half his life as well. Now I activate Spyral Sleeper, targeting himself, and since he cannot be destroyed by card effect, he doesn't get destroyed, and Destrudo gets put at the bottom of the deck, therefore putting him at 4k, well within lethal range.
But I don't have much because it's Dragon's Revs.
And this is all thanks to one hand trap really pushing forward. Remember, ABCs can always extend their plays as long as they are able to push multiple ABC pieces into the graveyard. There we're going to see the normal summon of B Buster Drake.
Yeah, I think Proxy's more annoying.
The only monster you can actually swing into is the Proxy Dragon. And Proxy Dragon will point away his destruction.
There's nothing. So I have to kill. God. Is there a point me set it? Should I just set it? No, I'll still die. Yeah, I'll still
Is he
die.
going to hit it?
He gets banished.
It actually doesn't matter. I'm just going to let him kill it. But in any circumstances, you can just let it stay alive. Any of my monster will be destroyed by battle. Just point at the sleeper. That just protects the entire board. Now that my quick fix get banished, however, this is already a scoop phase.
Actually, I have my life.
It is unnecessary to actually let that guy die. No, he's just gonna pop cards. He's gonna search and just swing for game. So I guess the ending there was a bit unnecessary. But now we're actually gonna move on to game 2. So Y will be going first this round, and as an ABC player, one thing to note is if you do open with a handful of field spells, you will be able to go off and make a pretty damn decent board, the standard Decode Talker ABC. If you actually want to compare this to, oh my god, Tombox, what are you doing? What am I doing? I'm playing with that fidget spinner. You know, there was a comment, I don't know how many times, how long ago, the comment stated, hey, you should give that guy that's constantly hand shuffling a fidget spinner, and by your request, based off of what I've read in the comments, I have just done so. I've put in a fidget spinner. Oh god, why'd I do it? Anyways, okay, Y is gonna start off with a Dragon Shrine, and I believe he put a Destrudo in there, or is it a Darkworm? I think he put a Darkworm into the graveyard, and now he's gonna play Terraforming. Terraforming. Probably a Union Hanger? Union Hanger wouldn't be too bad. But if it was Union Hanger, why wouldn't he have just thrown in the Darkworm into the... not Darkworm, but Destrudo into the graveyard? So instead he's going to add a Dragon's Ravine. Okay. And yeah, he's going to special summon out the Darkworm. He doesn't run any of the scales, so... I guess that part doesn't exactly matter too much. We are going to see the Destrudo. That's going to be half his life right there. And we're going to see Black Rose. No, it's going to definitely gonna be an Ancient Fairy Dragon. So putting the cards into the correct spots. So Ancient Fairy Dragon has been summoned onto the field. If Ancient Fairy does use a summoning effect, it does hurt. Now, note that Mr. Y has not used his normal summon. He sets a field spell. Is he gonna pop it? Oh no, he gets Ghost Ogred.
It's okay, you still pop, you still get
But he does get the pop effect, so he is going to be gaining 1,000 life points, and he is going to set up right here. So he's back up to 5k. He's gonna add the Union Hanger. So I did Ghost Ogre, the Ancient Fairy. This actually prevents him from actually summoning out ABC Dragon Buster. He proceeds to play Set Rotation. Wow, he's just handful of field spell, like I said, just really crazy. He's gonna give me Gateway of Chaos. That is really bad. I can't activate it as I do not run any ritual BLS monsters. And he is going to activate his Union Hanger. And now he's locked out of field spells as well because I can't activate that card. One way to actually lock out your opponent is that if you can establish the advantage, you don't really need to unlock the field zone if your opponent kind of like outgassed or overgassed into some crazy play that actually ended up popping his own Union Hanger. And as they go with C and B, because C and B is the old school standard. Why is C and B the best way to go? Because when C gets destroyed, B will obviously fall off, and when B falls off, you search A, and when you kill off the C now, you can summon the A, and then A is going to equip from Union Hanger. So that was the old standard, so since he cannot move his play forward, this is a really good way to kind of finish off. I draw my card, and am I able to make a play here? That set rotation apparently actually got in the way because now I cannot activate my field spell. My zone is jammed. And set 2 cards. This is a really good sign for Mr. Y playing ABCs, as 2 cards set in the Spyral deck means pretty bricky hand. And Spirals don't exactly run some heavy traps, and even if I had some more useful cards, it would have been pretty useless here because of the lack of monsters. Now, okay, so we're gonna see some B unequip and special summon himself out onto the field, and he's gonna equip an A onto the B. This already gives him ABC, but things look very bleak for me because I can't do anything. Yeah, I just showed the camera that I do have a Spyral Resort in hand, and thanks to the other card, I'm a bit stuck right now. A beating is definitely coming, even though Y is at a 3,000 life point deficit. He's going to make a huge comeback right in this play. So he is sending things to the graveyard. Since it's not Synchro, it's not any other what was it? Rank up or anything, or Exceed summon. Man, I couldn't even figure out that word. Exceed summon. He goes into a Proxy Dragon, a Link summon. Do you guys think Link summons are a bit too easy here? So he's gonna get an ABC. Let's figure out this Chain Link right now. We're gonna have B as Chain Link 1. B is Chain Link 1, I think. Yeah. So yeah, he's arranging a chain here as B Chain Link 3. Okay, so okay, so the communication is B is Chainlink 3, A is Chainlink 2, C is Chainlink 1. So he can actually special summon the one that he actually searches, and he basically already confirmed with me that he already has a card in hand available for summoning. So he's gonna get the B search A, and then A is going to proceed to add a card back to hand. He's gonna add a B back to hand. And then C is probably going to summon out that B so that he would still have ABC Dragon. And he's also going to make a Decode Talker with the B so he gets that additional search, which is very, very good. And then he's going to...
You're done. That was the last part of the chain.
No, Union Hanger though.
You already used it.
Oh, when I unequip.
And remember that Union Hanger is once per turn. However, it's once per turn on the activation of Union Hanger. The other part where it equips, that's a soft once per turn. Where that's why pseudo space works, where you can detach or you banish off a Union Hanger with pseudo space, and you summon something, you get the equip once again. So he is gonna go into the Decode Talker. Decode Talker. Did he forget to get a search here? I believe he missed the search. well, I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna take a lot of damage to the face, and the back row isn't exactly very live. Seems like lots of these things are optional and very easy to forget. Just to keep in mind, you could have gotten the extra search. And the top decking a master plan. That is the best top deck of Spyral. Beware of anyone that top decks this because, you know, they'll usually try to bluff their way through. Set one more card and pass turn.
You wanna pop this?
No, I don't.
You wanna pop it?
No, I don't.
I am tempting him to pop it because I really want to play my Spyral Resort, but he is not even going to entertain that thought.
When you go to your end phase, I guess I would like to use it.
ABC is going to activate and pop off my set rotation. It's been banished. That really sucks for me. He's gonna draw for turn. Oh, he's not even gonna tag out. He's just gonna go for game. Even Decode Talker is game. Yeah, he's gonna swing for game right now. It's over. That was a set rotation that was banished. Here's actually a question for you, the audience. Can you activate a set rotation on a set rotation? I was under the belief that I cannot activate a set rotation. And even if I could, I actually don't think I could have actually broken that board. And alright, so we move on to game 3. Game 3, I guess I'll be going first again since I did lose that last game. Just very unfortunate circumstances. But okay, well, if they open well, they open well. Now we're going to start off with a set rotation. Oh, set rotation can't really be stopped by an Ash Blossom, but maybe he's just bluffing that he has anything. We're going to go with the set rotation. And we're going to go with Spyral Resort. And a Dragon's Ravine. Okay, well, that's probably my only choice, actually. Dragon Ravine, actually quite beneficial to the ABC deck, but it is 90% not likely going to stay onto the field. We're going to see a Spyral Resort activated, and no, while there is another, of course, another field spell on, oh my god, Spyral Resort has been, Search Effect has been negated by Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. But was that actually the right target? Now we see a quick fix, and that's usually the warning sign right there. Quick fix was summoned, and now you don't have an Ash Blossom to negate some of the more important cards. Now we add a Spyral Gear Big Red, and following with a Machine Duplication. Yeah, that is going to basically spell out game for Mr. Y. Yeah, so remember that the field is still kind of locked out. I cannot activate any more field spells. But double quick fix effect and get myself additional 2 searches. Probably going to get ourselves the Spyral Drone and the Last Resort. If not, there's going to be additional searches to the Utility Wire. That is going to be a huge advantage. Usually this play successfully going through automatically means a +4. And now we have a Helix. And if you have the Helix, you can toss the drone into the graveyard and then revive it with a Big Red, and therefore giving you the knowledge of the top card. So it's never a guessing game, it's just screwing over your opponent's top 3 cards. So we are immediately going to see the drone summoned. And we have a quick fix that is special summon defense mode, and quick fix effect is going to activate. And we're going to retrieve that Utility Wire, basically searching out all the Spyral Gears all at once in one turn, using one Machine Dupe. That's what Machine Dupe is very scary. Machine Dupe, of course, has 2 targets, at the very least. So we're going to see the top 3 cards with the Big Red summoning out the Spyral Drone. Seems like the car is now carrying the drone, and now the drone cannot be destroyed by battle. Rearranging the top 3 cards. What's it gonna be? Well, now that it's been rearranged, I remember there is a very funny game that where I actually just didn't know I had game, and I shuffled a card down 30 cards down. It was a Santa Claus, like a tribute over my monster. I just put it all the way down to the point it was just double Solemn Strike where I couldn't do that anymore. Just know that that can be done. So I call spells and I get myself a nice master plan. Well, not a masterpiece, but a master plan. Master plan's effect. We're gonna get ourselves a what was this card? Spyral Mission Rescue. And since quick fix is in the graveyard, I can definitely toss quick fix into the grave. We're going to. Oh, sorry, not toss him in the grave, but revive him using the rescue. But we're going to go into a proxy dragon. And I believe this is the cookie cutter play coming forward. Not too much special things going on here. And we're going to see Master Plan add ourselves a Spyral resort. And probably going to get ourselves a super agent at this point. Now, I cannot activate that Spyral resort since I am locked out of playing field spells at the moment because of my own set card on his side of the field. So yeah, there's the super agent, but super agent can definitely get me out of that problem by, well, summoning him out and popping the card. Oh, flipping upside down, just showing you guys that it's locked out. You know, that's actually a good way to keep ourselves locked out. Just put it upside down, just so as a reminder that it is locked out. But don't forget to turn it back to right side up once well, the other card is activated or the other card has been, well, removed from the field. We're moving forward. And we're going to see an overlay. Alright, overlay. So the big red card has to be sent to the grave. Nothing equipped to it anymore. We are going to see a detach putting the quick fix back into the graveyard. Okay. And we're going to excavate the top card. We get a terraforming. That gives me another field spell. But I haven't been able to get my sleeper yet. And the only way for me to fetch my sleeper, well, is to pop that other field spell. So, one way to revive a quick fix at this very moment is to discard the rescue. And that's going to give me a special summon of a quick fix, because quick fix will get banished when it leaves the field. And we are going to search ourselves under the big red, just basically setting up in case my board does get broken. So remember guys, this play happened because, again, Ash Blossom Joyous Spring missed the mark in terms of what it should hit. It should hit double helix instead. Hit the double helix, hit the 1-for-1. Or perhaps not even the 1-for-1. Hit the helix, because like that actually interrupts the combo. So we're gonna call spell for the activation of Spyral Super Agent, popping that spell card. And Dragon's Ring is now sent to my graveyard, and that basically unlocks my field spell. With the field zone basically freed up again. Yeah, that goes to the graveyard, Tom Box. Okay. With a couple more steps to go to actually finish establishing the board, the Decode Talker actually can come onto the field now. Usually if you do already have a Super Agent on the field, you can get rid of the Spyral Double Helix in favor of Decode Talker or any of the other Link 3s. Here's the banished play for the sleeper. I don't recall searching a sleeper, so I'm guessing that was already in hand. And we're gonna see the last resort equipped, and that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards on the field, 9 including the field spell. Setting the probably this is utility wire. And how many cards in hand? I can't really keep count. Yeah, we're gonna go with a Decode Talker at this point, just completely sealing the deal here. Untargetable board. Of course, a board wipe does hurt a lot, and yes, the field zone is active again. Do I want to get additional search right now? Quick fix getting banished is not an issue since I did machine dupe the other quick fixes into the graveyard. Yeah, so that's fine actually. And maintenance cost, we're gonna put the master plan back in, so if we do make another double helix, we can of course get ourselves additional searches of rescue. Yep, this is gonna really suck for Y. So giving him an upstart goblin basically gave myself 1,000 life points. You can see an upstart goblin, and he's gonna proceed to draw one card. Trying to break the board once again, I don't think it's gonna be very likely. This is probably why going first is gonna be super advantageous. We're actually moving back to one of those formats once again. Was there a fly that I just need to swat right there? If anything, this field should get swatted. Terraforming has been activated. We're gonna see some epic search effect. Scrubbing through the deck, looking for whatever card you're looking for. I believe he has a handful of field spells. I'm actually more interested to see why break this entire board. But normally that would require one very, very simple card. Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse, everything's face down except for perhaps Decode Talker. But that's okay, but all you gotta do is really just kill the sleeper. So Utility Wire has been activated to put that to the top of the deck. So it's a face-up, I guess, face-up Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. We're gonna see a set rotation. I'm gonna kill off my cards, so set rotation for set rotation. So he had a... Wow, that's a lot of field spell searching for him. He could have fetched... Well, he's going to be using a total of 3 of his field spells just right now. Now, that deck does run Gate to Chaos. There's also Dragon Ravine. He's going to give me the Gate of Chaos. That's going to lock him himself out of a field spell, too, if he can't get rid of it. If he breaks this board but can't get rid of it, which is quite unlikely. If he can break the board, he can probably break that card, too. But, yes, as you can see here, what was it talking about before? Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse surely cannot turn the Proxy Dragon face down, but it is an option where if you Book of Eclipse everything, the Proxy Dragon will only be able to protect once, and that would be it. It would be thanks to the Sylvan Princess sprite. But then after that, if you manage to kill off the sleeper, you're basically good to go. So he's going to be activating his Union Hanger. And it just gets popped. And since Union Hanger is once per turn, he's not going to be able to activate anything further. He can't really do very much. He can't swing into the Super Agent or the Proxy Dragon. At this point, he has 1 card in hand. I feel not very threatened. All the destruction is basically not going to happen, and most he can do is 500 damage. So I'm going to take the 500 damage from the swing of the Proxy Dragon, taking a hit from the A, and there's a back row set. And I proceed to draw. At this point, Sleeper is going to pop the 2 back row, and I believe this is game. So definitely going first will have a huge advantage. I believe playing with hand traps in the main board is the only way to survive. Giving them a free reign is not going to work. Even if he Solemn Strikes my card, it will not save him because my monster cannot be destroyed by card effects, thanks to Last Resort. And even if I crash a Spyral Agent, there's 14, 18, 33 plus another 28. That is enough for game. There is, I guess, no debating on this. This game is basically over. So this just goes to show if you don't have hand traps, you have to use it on the right target if you're using Ash. Preferably, we would like to see some Ghost Ogre action, because Ghost Ogre is very, very useful, like clearing off some of the Spyral cards. I am currently locked out of playing field spells thanks to that set card, but with a swing like this is immediately game. So the match goes to me. If that was just an Expo match, it was just for fun, just for entertainment purposes, just for learning. If you guys enjoyed this video, well, hit me with a thumbs up. And for a quick summary here, we have 2-1 for the Spyral player and myself. And one of the reasons for victory is, first of all, this is an Expo match. There was no sides. If there was Reaper involved, the plays definitely would have been a bit more different. Of course, the misplays of the hand traps, a bit unfortunate. Some of them are a bit harder to tell if it was a misplay, but we actually, because of our little test playing here, we can actually prioritize what to hit with Ash Blossom and what to hit with the Ghost Ogre. There's lots of things that you can hit incorrectly with hand traps, so hand traps aren't exactly a given free win at this point. And one of the other victories for game 1 was that there was the Ash Blossom to the Maxi that allowed me to special summon like crazy without worrying about any repercussions. I mean, if he managed to drop triple ABC at that point, it's a very different game. Alright, so that actually covers it. Just remember that when like Spyral player does put out 2 Spyral monsters, you're in for a hell of a fight. Alright then, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit me up with a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff from MST.TV, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.